on his right foot, moves it out towards the far side, towards Kimmich. Sula gets it back and looks to deliver the ball to this near side, the left, where Lewandowski is a couple of meters in from the touchline as Bayern move the ball around. Thiago effortlessly moving the ball to Kingsley Coman. Corner of the penalty area, steps away from Herrera, chips it in. Oh, the goalkeeper for a moment just wasn't quite with it. And as it was delivered in, it beat Thomas Muller, it beat Lewandowski, and Keylor Navas was just a little slow in moving to gather the ball. I don't think it was ever going to beat him, but it just, I think it may have just put a few people on edge for a fraction of a second there, Chris.
I think it was a pass. I think it was a really clever cross, and Kingsley Coman outfoxed everybody, including Lewandowski and Muller, who, had they read it, might have been able to gobble it up and put it home. It was very clever, that, from Kingsley Coman, who we've seen the TV camera zoom in on Ivan Perisic, who Coman was surprisingly picked ahead of him for this game, and he hadn't yet sparked into life, and just after they zoomed in on a rather glum-looking Perisic on the bench, he almost created a chance out of nothing there for Bayern. Thilo Kehrer, by the way, needs to be careful. He hasn't quite done a foul throw, but on 2 occasions he almost has on this near side. And let me tell you, the Bayern players have noticed it, and they're telling the referee.
He's going to have another go here, Thilo Kehrer. That was a legitimate throw-in. Wasn't the best pass, though, for Herrera, who is quite relieved to get an ankle tap from Robert Lewandowski to win a free kick, because he had 3 red shirts around him. Lewandowski just sticking that big long right leg through his legs and catching him. And that's a free kick now for Bayern. And you've got to be careful, Paris, because there's been 3 or 4 occasions where they've messed about with the ball inside their own half of the field, up on the edge of their own penalty area. Lewandowski's fouled by Marquinhos here, and it's opportunity for Bayern from a set piece.
But he knew that he needed to give something away there, because if Lewandowski had have turned, then Bayern would have been in a promising position. So it's savvy from Marquinhos. It's not a yellow card. It's a set piece in a dangerous position nevertheless, though.
Well, it's about 30 metres from goal. It's midway between the edge of the penalty area and the edge of the D. Keylor Navas, with those bleached blonde highlights on the top of his head, organising his defensive wall, his defensive unit. Free kick is delivered by Kimmich towards the far post. Very good header away by Marquinhos. And as the ball comes down, it's Gnabry who tries to control it and move it forward inside the penalty area, but he can't do so. That was a really good piece of work by Marquinhos after conceding the free kick. The best thing you can do is then go and win the header.
Can't remember since Hansi Flick took over a first half where we've seen as little of Thomas Muller, as little of Serge Gnabry. Robert Lewandowski's hit the post, but he hasn't had too many touches. You have to give great credit to Paris Saint-Germain for that. They've been a threat themselves, but they've defended this Bayern machine as well as, probably as well as anybody really, since Hansi Flick took over before Christmas.
Well, the ball is with Alaba on the left-hand side, forward towards Alphonso Davies, and there was just enough of a pull on him by Ander Herrera as Paris tried to crowd him and win the ball, and he was in trouble for a minute there, was Davies. And again, just that little pull stopping Paris picking away with the ball. He perhaps didn't really need to do that there, Ander Herrera.
Well, encouraged. Had he pinched the ball there, Neymar would have been in.
It's another long ball that's looking for Gnabry on the far side. The Bayern, he broke the offside trap there. A huge moment in the final, and it's the final moment of the first half, and there's a big talking point. Well, what a first half we've had. Some fantastic chances, some fantastic football. Both sides could have scored perhaps 2, maybe 3 goals, and the only surprise at half-time in the UEFA Champions League final of 2020 is that it's Paris Saint-Germain 0, Bayern München 0.
You're listening to UEFA Champions League Matchday Live.
You're listening to UEFA Champions League Matchday Live with